Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a special video. And this video is for my people going back to school. You know, school is about to come back. Everybody's about to go back to college. Everybody's going back to high school, middle school, whatever you are. This video is for you. I am here with 20 tips to help you guys get through this school year. And this is for my girls, my gays, not really for my straights. I'm sorry, y'all, but my straight boys, they can't really tune in. Well, they might can get a little few tips from this too. So everybody is welcome in this video. So let me just jump right into it. But before I do that, make sure you guys subscribe. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button down below, and also leave a comment down below and let me know which tip do you guys think that you guys are going to be using for your next upcoming school year. One last announcement is go follow me on Instagram at @ShreveTyler, because I will be posting something very special on there as well. Now, starting out, these first few tips will be for like your first day. The first day, you know, is very nerve-wracking. People are nervous. You don't know what to do. You're just a nervous wreck, like how I was first starting out on my first day of high school. So it's expected. That's okay. You should be nervous, but it's all right. All right, let's jump right into it with our first tip. First is be organized, guys. Be organized and be prepared, okay? That is one of the things that I feel like got my stress levels down. I was not as nervous because I knew I was prepared. I knew I was organized. My backpack was all set and organized, had my pencils, had my pens, and I was a real fancy too. I like them good pens. I like them real nice, what they call them gel pens. That's what I had. Yes, I lived for me a good old pen, had all my books, my daily planner. Be organized. Now, one thing about me is that I could be organized for that first week, and then I would give out after that first week, and it would just be all over the place. And I know I can tell you guys, stay at it, but I know you're going to come to that point where you're going to be like, I'm tired of being organized. And well, not tired of it, but you start to, fall off, and that's okay. Just remember to come back to that point. Take those breaks and be like, okay, let me recharge, let me readjust, let me get back organized, let me get back prepared. Being organized and being prepared for your first day will just make it a whole lot easier. Next is your book bag. It has to stand out. It has to show the girls that you're here. It has to show the girls you have arrived. It needs to stand out. And I don't know if everybody's as extra as me, but I just feel as though your book bag is a statement, girl. Every time I step out the house, everything you see me in is a statement. That's how I feel about my book bag. So on the first day, that's my book bag. I don't remember what was my book bag on my first day. It was a gold spray ground bag. I'm gonna let a picture pop up for you guys so you can see. I lived for this. When I was going into 9th grade, my first day, I was like, oh, I'm shutting it down with this gold bag. Let the girls know. So whatever your style is, I would go with that, but it has to give a pop. It has to give some, some fabulosity. I know you're probably thinking, and this is really towards like my high school girls for like their first day, my high school gays. That first day, you're like, okay, I need to set a first impression. Hopefully I set a good impression with people. I think that the best way about going about this is to set your first impression by being you, being 100% you, and whoever you are, whoever that may be that person, because nobody else can be you, child. So just be you, okay? Don't worry about who's gonna like you, because who's gonna like you is gonna attract to you, and you don't have to force it. So just be you, don't worry, be yourself. Next is get to know your class routes. Now, I know about my high school. I don't know about y'all high schools or colleges and stuff. I know about mine, and I know that classes was like on this wing, on this floor, down here, on this section. It was all over the place. So on my first day, I knew that I had to, figure out like what's the easiest way to get boom, 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 so that I'm not whatever many minutes late and the teacher's like, why are you late? Girl, I'm late because there's so much traffic in the hallways. I'm trying to get from one side of the town all the way to the next side of the town. Send me some time. So get to know that class route. You got to make sure you get to your classes on time. Next tip is don't be afraid to stand out. You cannot be afraid to stand out. I feel like standing out is like just necessary. I just feel like if you're not standing out, then you're blending in. And who wants to just blend in their whole way through the whole high school experience? Not me, at least. So I would suggest that you guys try to stand out, but don't try to do too much. Be yourself, but stand out. All right, these next set of tips are for like throughout your whole entire school year, okay? This is not just for your first day. Use this or use these tips for your whole entire school year, okay? Let's get into it. Always keep 4 things in your book bag. I know me, I always kept these 4 things in my book bag at all times. And if I forgot it at home, I felt horrible. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get through this day? So these are the 4 things I feel like you need to keep throughout the whole school year in your book bag. Chapstick. I love a good old lip balm. I like those EOS little egg-shaped ones. Love those. But any chapstick is fine because you can't be lips chappy and looking all nasty while you at school. No, I used to hate them boys or those girls, child, that would come to school and they lips be chappy and all messed up. It's like, girl, where's your parents to tell you, like, don't be going nowhere? I don't go anywhere looking like that, but let alone to a school full of people, girl. And please, you would never see me outside the house lips looking crusty. Absolutely not. Deodorant. Oh my gosh, you need deodorant. I don't know about y'all's school, but I know my high school, we had gym, we had swim, we had all that. So I know that I always have to keep deodorant on me because you will never catch me slipping, because you're gonna have those days where you gotta run around the track field and then go to class, and it's like, girl, I might be smelling a little, so you need to have your deodorant in your bag. Lotion. One of my pet peeves is ashiness, because it's just like, you might catch me on an off day ashy, not too much, but maybe one or 2 bad days. But ashiness, no. You have to keep lotion in your bag. All times. I just keep lotion nowadays, and I'm grown, out of high school. I keep lotion on me everywhere I go. So in high school, college, whatever, keep lotion on you at all times. The last item is perfume or cologne for my guys. I use perfume, you may use a cologne, I don't know. Listen, as long as it smells good and it don't smell like an old man or an old woman, or it's not too strong. And also be wary of people who might be allergic and stuff, so don't overdo it. So just a little bit, in the morning, maybe one time afterwards, just to keep you smelling fresh, smelling clean. That was just me. That's just me. I always love to smell fresh, so clean throughout high school. I know I'm kind of reiterating for this next tip, but the next tip is be yourself. I cannot push this enough. So what I mean by be yourself is don't try to, do things that ain't right, that ain't you, trying to impress people. Like, no, don't do that. Stick to who you are. You know right from wrong. You know who you are. So just stick to that. Do not try to, go outside of that at all for nobody. And I'm telling you guys, when you're being yourself, you're going to attract the people that you need in your life. People are going to naturally attract to you who are supposed to be in your life, either to teach you lessons or whatever. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to force it. You don't have to do none of that. Be yourself. Everything will come to you. My next tip is to answer plus ask questions while you're in class. I cannot stress this enough. The teachers love this. They will eat it up. They love when you answer the questions. That just means that you're engaged, you're involved. So you need to get on the good side of your teachers. That's just something, you don't want to be on the bad side of your teachers throughout your high school experience, because I promise you, I have had my fair share of teachers where I just was like, I'm not feeling this girl. But you gotta kiss up to them sometimes, because you gotta get through that high school, them 4 years or whatever. The professors, same in college. You gotta get through them. You gotta be involved. You gotta be active in class. Ask those questions, answer those questions, and I promise you, your teachers will appreciate it. The next tip is the number one focus while you're in school, college, whatever, is always you. You should be always focusing on you. And of course, you're gonna have those moments where you start to focus on other things and get distracted, but always bring it back and be like, my goal is to better myself, better my education. Keep that focus on you, because you are what matter. You're that girl. You need to be focused on you 100% of the time when you're in school, because it's for you. Okay? And that's not selfish. That's not being too, what do they call it? Too self-involved or too self-absorbed. No. You are there to better you. So focus on you. My next tip is to get you some affirmations. This is one of the things I can thank my mom for. She got me doing affirmations in the morning. I didn't stick with it until after I graduated, so it's kind of like, but I'm gonna tell you guys, get you some affirmations. And if you don't know what affirmations are, then you need to go and Google it, but I will give you a little bit. Affirmations are basically things that you say to yourself, or that you read aloud, or that you list down, that are just positive, are about you, about your future, and they're just reassurance throughout your day. I would say you get a little paper, you write down all these things that, like, for example, I will be kind today. I will be open-minded today. I will have a great day today. I am beautiful. Those are just some of the things that you could write down and say to yourself every morning, or make up your own schedule how you want to do it, and do that every single day and stick with it, guys. Please stick with that, because that will just give you that confidence that you need in going to high school and going to college. You need that confidence, because confidence is the key to success, y'all. I promise y'all that. This next tip kind of falls with the affirmations too. It's to basically have a morning routine. Now, I know my morning routine, I had, pimples and stuff going through high school. So, I had my skin routine. I had my listening to music in the morning routine. That got me in a positive mood. And you can also add the affirmations to your morning routine. Bottom line is, just have that morning routine, because then that adds to being prepared, being organized. When you have that morning routine, you tend to stick with that, and that will just guide you throughout your whole entire high school or college experience. It's just having that routine. My next tip is that they can talk shit about you, and I can owe this to Rihanna. They can talk shit about you, but they cannot talk shit about your outfit. Your outfit has to bring it. You gotta bring it. And of course you're gonna have your lazy days. I know me, I had my days where I didn't even feel like getting really dressed or nothing. So I put on some sweatpants, some slides, or some Crocs, a little sweatshirt, and called it a day. But even that has to be cut. That gotta be on. You gotta know how to accessorize. You gotta know how to do that. So I don't know if everybody's listening is a stylish type of person. I don't even say I'm the biggest fashion person, but I still know that outfit, it has to be on point. It gotta be. My next tip, and Lord knows my gaze gonna feel this one, child. Drama is just, it's bound to happen. You're bound to run into issues. You're bound to run into, people who are just, Lord knows I know about that. You're bound to run into those type of people. It's gonna happen. You'll be lucky if it doesn't happen throughout your whole entire school experience, that you don't run into any people. But I bet my bottom dollar that you will run into those people. The tip is to attack and address those issues head on, with honesty, with understanding, with patience. You need to attack those things and confront those things head on. Not in a way of, confronting, like being a very confrontational person, which I am, that I'm learning how to, pipe down a little bit. But I like the fact that I like to address issues head on. I like to, let's cut all the bull crap. Let's cut all the messiness. Let's just address things head on for what they are. And with that, this tip, also know when not to address and attack things head on. Also know when to let things just be what it is, and it is what it is. You don't have to address and attack everything, okay, guys? Don't misread this, child. Everything doesn't have to be addressed. Everything doesn't have to be talked about. Let things be what it is. Like I said, let things come naturally. My next tip ties into the last one. Everybody is not going to like you. Get that out of your head now. I cannot reiterate this enough. Everybody is not going to like you. This is one of the things that I struggled with. I wanted everybody to like me. And when I got there, nobody liked me. That's how I felt in my school. When I was like, everybody's gonna love me. I'm gonna be amazing. Then I get there, everybody hated me. And this is when I was in a closet, honey. I'm like, girl, I thought y'all wanted me to be straight. Why nobody like me? They're not gonna like you, girl. They're just not. You're gonna have a people that do, but you're also gonna have a lot more people that don't. And that is okay. That is fine, because everybody's not for you and you're not for everybody. That's just what it is. So everyone's not gonna like you. I can guarantee it. My next tip is to develop a system for completing work. I know me, I used to fall behind in my homework for those projects and stuff. I used to fall behind. But if you develop that system, and I didn't learn this, I didn't really get good at this until like senior year, and even then I was still pretty bad. But if you develop that system of completing work, that will get you through high school, through college, through whatever. That ties into being prepared, being organized. If you organize or you have a daily planner, you need to have a system for completing those assignments on time. That is the tip that's gonna get you through high school/college, y'all. I promise y'all. That having a system thing of completing assignments, if you get that down pat, you're gonna be good. This next tip, I am so serious about, y'all. Pick your friends wisely. Oh my gosh, how many fallouts I done had through high school. Messy. Pick your friends wisely, y'all, because who your friends are reflects onto you. Because a lot of times when I was in high school, I really wasn't the type, maybe I was, I'm probably lying to myself. But the way I have to look at it is, a lot of the times where I was in drama or something, it might have not been directly like on me. It might have been my friends were in the drama or they were involved in something, and because they were my friends, I felt like I was sort of involved. But your friends will reflect onto you. So you pick friends who are on that same path, focusing on them, focusing on their future, focusing on getting what they got to do, getting all that together. That's what's gonna reflect onto you, and y'all both gonna be going towards that same goal. Y'all both gonna be not in no messiness. Y'all both gonna be on that same path. My next tip is to use your weekends or off days. I know my college students don't really, I don't know if you guys go to class during the weekend and stuff. So use your weekends or off days as self-care time. Use that to recharge. Use that to, come back to center. That's what I'm talking about when I mean like you start to fall off of that, staying organized, staying prepared, all of that stuff. Use your off days to come back to the center, recharge, come back to it, start getting organized. You gotta utilize those off days, guys. I promise you that will get you back onto the right path. So don't be afraid to, fall off. Don't be afraid to have those days where you just not really feeling school. Self-care is just so important. Like, I could not express this enough. Self-care is just so important. And especially when you're going through school, because there's so many things going on. It's overwhelming. You got them beefing over here. You got them fighting maybe. I don't know what kind of school you go to, but my school was fighting over there, drama over there. This boy like me, this boy DL. It's just a lot going on. So you need to utilize those off days to come back to who you are and recharge. My next tip is don't be afraid to ask for help. This is one of the things I struggle with in life, but in school, I definitely struggle with it. Asking for help is okay. I always like to be the person, I always, wanted to look like I had it all figured out. I got it all going on. Even to this day, y'all. I like to, I don't really like asking for help, but I have to teach myself, asking for help is okay. Does not mean you're weak. Does not mean you're stupid. Does not mean you're less than. It just means you need help. Everybody needs help in this world, y'all. So do not be afraid to ask those teachers, ask those counselors, administrators, professors, whatever, even your friends. Don't be afraid to ask for help because you need it, y'all. You're gonna need it. You can't do it all by yourself. The next tip is don't let your failures or bad days define you, guys. I know me, when I'm having a bad day, sometimes I start to slip down that path of just being in a negative mood. But you cannot let those days define who you are or define what your academic life is like. Like if I get an F on one test, it does not mean I'm just a bad student. No, that means next time I'm gonna work very hard to possibly get that up to a C. Or I'm gonna get that up to a B or an A. Strive to be better and don't let those bad days define you or break you. And my last tip, y'all, and I know my gays gonna feel this one. Let out that inner bad bitch, okay? I know me and I can promise you this, every single last person in my school could tell you that I was a bad bitch. I'm sorry. And if they can't tell you that, they must be lying because I don't care. I walk through that school with my head up every day. I let out that inner bad bitch in my life, everyday life. That inner bad bitch in me just comes out naturally. So don't be afraid to let yours out because I believe everybody has that inner bad bitch and that's what you're gonna need to get you through high school. If you guys follow these tips, these 20 tips, I promise you it will be a whole lot easier. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be perfect, but it'll be a whole lot easier. I promise you guys. I know I'm always saying for my gays, because I love my gays, y'all. That's one thing I will never, ever deny. I love my gays. We are the strongest people on this earth. My women too, they are so strong. Some of my people, you know, graduating this year. I see y'all getting y'all degrees, y'all getting your high school diplomas. This y'all senior year, this y'all last year. Y'all made it. I am so proud of you guys. You guys did amazing already. You probably seen these tips and was like, well, I'm on my last year already, Sharif. What am I gonna do with this? You can still use this for your last year. Finish strong, finish amazing, be you. I love you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. That's all I have for you guys though. Deuces.